All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Comics News Today. And we got a few interesting articles here. We also have another interesting going on thing going here with George. How you doing, George?
Greetings, everybody. Greetings.
Yes. Now, George does a lot of things, and one of the things he does is 3D printing and, of course, 3D creation. And we are, of course, part of the working on the Tales from Beyond the Gate, and we're looking at making a Tales from Beyond the Gate gatekeeper ring here. And George is doing some design on that, and he's going to be working on that and doing some things. We'll probably chat about it a little bit during the stream. So thank you very much for coming on and doing that, George. It's interesting, yeah, to see that. And of
If
course,
that-
we get that really cool Tales from Beyond the Gate, the TBG uh, logo there, created by John Dillard himself. It's very nice. All right.
Yes, yes,
So,
absolutely.
George, why don't you tell them a little bit about your process here with the ring, and I'll be back in 1 second because my water is boiling. I need to get my coffee.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 3D model based off of the illustration that I saw on the Indiegogo campaign, which you can all go to. The link will be below. And what I took was the logo itself, and I made a 3D model, a wireframe, so to speak. So as you can see. After which, then I made a few careful measurements so that way we can have the ring fit just like a Green Lantern ring. And what you see is an almost ready to go prototype. It would fit the middle finger for sure, through here, of course. And I'm just putting up the finishing touches where I put another frame around the ring itself and clean up this part here, which indicates where the ring touches the finger.
That is cool. The little lap up.
That's right.
Yeah, that is neat.
And and the little part here where too much here. Right. Give me a sec. There. Nope.
Wow, very
There.
precise.
Ah.
What
It,
model
it
is
is.
this?
It,
What is
it
the
is.
software you're using here?
This is Maya. This is a professional version of Maya, and I'm going to extrude that little point here, and you'll see just how this whole process happens. Just there we go.
Oh, look at that.
There's the ring around the ring.
All right. Now that's cool.
Now it's just a matter of bringing the facets into a smooth surface. Just moving them around just a little at a time,
Hmm.
so that way you can hide the imperfections. But there's
Yeah, no, that looks cool. And I'm sure everybody else will have different opinions on what should be what, as usual, right?
this is going to be a pretty good ring. So when you're in a bar fight and you want to brand your enemy
Yes.
with Tales from Beyond the Gate, just hit him in the forehead with your
There you
ring.
go. Free advertising.
Yep.
Mailid's in here. Mailid says hello. All right, cool. Now, George, of course, is going to be continue working on this, and that is very cool. But we're, of course, going to get into our news as usual. Keep in mind that, of course, we have our links down below. We'd love for you to check them out, particularly the FanSpeak page on Facebook. Go over there, be part of that. My links are down below as well. But of course, one of the best things you can do is actually hit that share button and let everybody know we're here and what we're doing. And of course, subscribing and liking is always appreciated. But now, a little bit of just shopkeeping here. Of course, in 2 hours from now, we will be having the Drawn and Quartered Fan Edition, and that's always a lot of fun. To see all that amazing art. And of course, Booster, as you know, has zero stamina. So he'll come over, and by the end of that 2 hours of that show, he'll be near dead. It's just the way he is. He's a poor little oil kiwi who he can't last more than a couple hours, actually. His tank is pretty small. But it is what it is. you know. But George is very happy that you've come over here and joined me, George. Thank you very much. Um,
Oh, it's my pleasure.
So now the other type of things we have, of course, we have FanSpeak coming up this Friday, and we have Draken actually is going to be coming in and talking about his Indiegogo that's going on, and that's really cool. Of course, keep in mind a lot of us over here on FanSpeak are involved in the Tales from Beyond the Gate. If you haven't gone and checked that out, we'd really appreciate you to do that. Of course, you can get that through IndieCron, or you can just go to Indiegogo and just check out Tales from Beyond the Gate. We do appreciate that, and we're very excited about it. We'll talk about that at the end a little bit, but first, let's just go ahead and get into our news that we have for today. And I think we're probably going to go ahead and start with some very happy news. Now, I'm going to come over here and share so that George can see what we're talking about, of course. All right. So George, this is very interesting. This is article here is coming from Bleeding Fool, which is a website that came out of the Comicsgate movement actually, and of course, whereas a lot of sites are very liberally biased or even progressively biased, this site is the opposite. It would be more conservatively biased, or at least pro, the things that are expounded upon by the Comicsgate people. So I mean, it goes one way or the other, which I kind of prefer something in the middle. But it is what it is. But this is what this whole article is about right here. A tweet from the man himself, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He says, Conan is back. I was so pumped to get this new special edition comic book. They'll be available at Arnold Sports, or you can get yours now at ConanComic.com. Now, of course, what they're talking about, I'm assuming what they're talking about is the new Conan the Barbarian and the Savage Sword of Conan coming out of Marvel, which I've been real lucky myself because I've gone over with Brad over at Pencil for Life, and we do the New Comics Wednesday, and I've been able to read those, and they're really good. They're exactly what they should be, no nonsense whatsoever. So that was very exciting, and I'm assuming that's what he's talking about. So let me just click this and check it, make sure. Okay. No, this is has a special Conan cover. So is this something different? Let me
This
do a
is
quick
wish
view.
fulfillment. It's wish fulfillment. He'd like to play the aged Conan,
He would. He's always wanted
but
to. We've always wanted him to.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what this cover is. This is, but it's from Marvel. I think this is just a special cover, actually, putting the his original thing on there. So I get it. I get it. It's cool. But the point being, we're all excited about it. And I don't know. What do you think, Todd? Wouldn't you like to see Conan the King? I mean, Arnold's the perfect age for it.
No, yeah, that would be cool. I mean, I don't, this this kind of thing they should do. Like, hey, what do the fans want to see, and and if it's a consensus kind of thing, then why shouldn't we see it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I would even take some liberties and maybe have a son or even a daughter that is going on along on some last adventure. And if it becomes popular, you never know. You could have a spin-off with the kid, right? Go get some
Right.
real buff a gal or a guy and have them to add it because he's older now, so he's not going to be able to do all the action stuff that he
Ooh,
used to be able to do. So
his he's got one son that is really big,
yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. That would
and
be
one that's
maybe a good
chubby.
venue. I don't know if he's interested in acting though, is he? I have
Who
no
wouldn't
clue.
be? That's called easy money,
You
you
know,
know?
I met Arnold Schwarzenegger once, a couple times
Yeah.
actually. I think when I was little kid, they have this Mayflower thing where they, if you're a Mayflower family, they have like this kind of event, and they would hold it. I don't know if it was always there. I kind of hated those things actually, but I know at least a few times they had it at like the Kennedy compound. And But it was just Mayflower families, original Mayflower families. My family's Mayflower, and well, anyway, he was there, at the event, and I remember because I didn't know who he was at the time because I was real little, but I remember he muffed my hair, and I was,
Ah,
you know, and then later I saw his movie Conan, And I was like, oh, I know that guy. So yeah, my hair was muffed by Arnold Schwarzenegger when I was real little before I even knew who he was. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it is cool.
Totally.
Yeah. And I don't really know why he was there because obviously he's not a Mayflower. I don't know. I have no clue why he was there. But and no one was
Maybe,
treating him particularly well. But this was probably 75 or 76 or something like that. So
maybe the Shrivers were a Mayflower family.
I don't know. Really don't know. My mother liked that doing that stuff, dude. I didn't care for it. Those kids were not nice. Um, but we went to those things, and my mom was all about it. So, but I'm not really sure. But I do remember that at least a few times it's at their compound over there in Martha's Vineyard.
Right.
Yeah. But they had them elsewhere too. I think I remember one time when I was a little bit older. It was just before the age where I was old enough to say no more. I think one was down like New York City. They had one actually, but they do it every
Hmm.
year. They have like this Mayflower party type of thing. But
Wow.
yeah.
What's the original name of your family? Like, what is it?
Oh, this is coming. This is coming out of my grandmother. My grandmother is an Allen. So
Oh,
one of the original. I mean, literally direct line from her to I think it was a man who survived the first winter. The about Mr. Allen. It's like her great something grandfather, right? I know my grandfather, my mother's side grandfather, they came a little bit later, like in the 1640s or 1650s. So they were part of that kind of migration that was coming over uh, to the Plymouth colonies. And then my father's family, the Busbys, came over in like the 1660s, I think, after the betrayal of King James, of course. So yeah, my family's been in America for quite a long time, but I never cared anything about that. My family, especially the ladies, they love that kind of stuff, genealogy, and they have intricate maps that fill a whole damn wall with genealogy and stuff.
hmm.
You guys ever do genealogy?
No.
Nah, I don't care about it either.
I try to rub the lamp once in a while.
Ha!
Uh,
That was a joke.
the
Um,
lamb.
Yeah. I
I
see
like.
over here we have Adam AF. Well, I'm glad you're AF, Adam. He says, sup, y'all. And I said, well, sup to you, dude. We got Dave here. Of course, Vailnid. We have DeWolf said hello. And of course, we know he has to go take care of his kids. And that's awesome. We got Nick W who says, hey, everybody. Well, hello, Nick. We got Booster over here instead of in here, but we know he has no stamina. Poor little guy. AF, excuse me. I'm the only Booster Gold guy here. Uh oh. Uh oh. Challenges. James GS. How many sock puppets do you got, dude? Howdy all. Remember to caress that like button. Thank you very much. He's always very helpful. The homeless liberals in here would love to join, but I have to go to an intersectional art exhibit. Wow, take pictures. Booster says, I'm sure genealogy gets the ladies soaking. Women like that stuff, man. They really not in that way, but women really get into the genealogy thing more so than dudes, I think. But James says, Chester, your volume is way lower than everybody else. Really? Really? All right. Well, maybe this will help. And of course, he's probably just trolling me because it's James.
I think you
Beowulf,
are.
yeah, yeah. Beowulf says, "Hail all." Well, hail Beowulf. Uh, Hi, Doctor Nick. Everyone's it's good. So we got a good crew in here chatting along with us. But anyway, I just thought this was a cute story. As you see, we don't have Denali here with us, so I actually did the news collecting. So I apologize ahead of time. But I thought this just looked cool, man. The fact that somebody got one of the new comics to Arnold, and he read it and he liked it. That's cool. Or do you
Hmm.
think it's part of a PR campaign? Hmm.
I don't know.
If it's a PR campaign, it's very subtle and it's well done.
Yeah. Well, it could be, but I'd rather like to think and keep in my heart that Arnold Schwarzenegger likes comic books. Okay, we got to go with that. Now, this next little thing here, we're going to watch a video team. You know how I love to watch trailers. This isn't a trailer, and I'll probably have to. This is a little bit different, although this is an official trailer, so from a company, a video from a company. So, but I think I'll stop this one in the middle just once, just in case. But KFC. KFC hires RoboCop to protect secret recipe. Colonel RoboCop. All right, we're watching this, man. That's all there is to it. Here we go.
Louisville, Kentucky,
Louisville,
home
Kentucky.
of the Cardinal,
The
baseball
Cardinal.
bats, and one of the greatest trade secrets
my.
of all time. Colonel Sanders' secret recipe of 11 herbs and spices.
Up until today, the secret recipe has been stored in a relatively safe inside
This
this
is the
building.
guy.
But for KFC, a
That's
relatively
the guy.
safe
That's your
safe
spokesman.
wasn't
It's
safe
perfect,
enough.
dude.
So if someone were to get their hands on the secret recipe, it would be our worst
My
nightmare.
grandfather,
Every 7
Colonel.
hours, a new Kentucky Fried Chicken is built. All that would be gone.
Every 7
So,
hours, a new KFC
In
is
February
built. That is amazing,
2019,
actually.
KFC decided to upgrade their security of Colonel Sanders' 11 herbs and spices with RoboCop, the ultimate
Uh-oh.
law
Oh,
enforcer,
my goodness.
reprogrammed
How much
with
did they pay
one
to get the rights
prime
to do that?
directive: protect the secret recipe. KFC created a triple encrypted digital copy
Why does it
of
look
the
like a
secret
robot
recipe.
chicken?
It's
And
awesome,
RoboCop
dude. It's
transferred the
awesome.
recipe to a more secure location where it could be preserved forever. The Bonhoeffer Underground Data Center,
Oh.
a long-term data storage facility in a nuclear
doing
bomb
there?
shelter 100
Wow.
feet under a Stockholm mountain built to survive Armageddon.
The Now he's in
bunker
Wakanda.
gives indefinitely
Yeah,
high
Wakanda.
security
Forever.
at all threats, even nuclear bombs.
Oh, what
We
a
do $25 billion of business on that secret
Guy, look,
recipe.
he came from
And there are
softball.
many trying to copy it, and
I love
nobody's
this
been
dude.
successful.
This is my favorite dude right
And
here.
now the recipe will be preserved forever. All thanks to RoboCop.
Thank you, RoboCop. Now, Stuart, bum off. Seriously. Come on, that was beautiful parody. I love it when companies have the gumption to parody themselves, because we all know that secret recipe's been out forever, right? But that's cute. That's cute. Did you guys enjoy that?
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Are you telling me you know the secret recipe?
Oh yeah, you can
go on the
Google the
internet and
secret
find
recipe.
it. Yeah, it's not secret anymore.
It's time. I've been searching.
Really, the secret is not the herbs and spices. It's the pressure cooker. That's the real invention that the colonel actually brought in. He created that, by the way. That particular type of deep fry pressure cooker was actually created by that dude. So he was, yeah, he's a real deal, actual entrepreneur and creator. But that was cute. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Did you guys like that? Oh my goodness, the chat just blew up. I guess you guys
Oh,
like that. Now I'm hungry, damn it. Too bad KFC is crappy sloppy chicken. It's all right actually. I mean, the simple fact that you can actually go to a fast food restaurant and get actual chicken. I mean, it's not this you know, pink goo that they squirt into a patty shape and give you a hamburger of, and it's actual chicken. I mean, it is another step above, I'd say. But of course, the best fast food chicken in the world is Church's chicken. And if you haven't tried that, you need to go down south and try it out, because boy, that stuff is good. I don't know why it's much better, but it is. It's way better. I'd buy that for $1. Yeah, exactly, Dave. Let me see here. And Nick says, better than the RoboCop reboot. Ooh, God, that was mean. Be nice, Nick. Chicken Express is working on EDCE 209. I don't know. Oh, I get it. Ed 209. I get it. Ha 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 ha.
Where's there Kiwi in the chat? Not in here.
Because he gets tired if he has to talk for a while, because he has to do Fan Edition later, so he just doesn't have the stamina. So he
What
yeah,
a wuss.
I know.
Wonder he's
I know.
touching it.
It is what it is. But
No, just-
now this next little story we got here, I think is kind of interesting, because yeah, I wouldn't mind to have this comic. Marvel's Black Cat nabs her own ongoing series. Yeah, it sounds good to me. What do you guys think? You'd be interested in a Black Cat series or own book?
Well, as long as the cover art's by J. Scott Campbell, absolutely.
It's beautiful
Yeah.
art here, yeah, for sure. Or that art germ guy you introduced me to the other day, Todd. That guy is amazing. I like his stuff
Um,
too. But what do you think, Todd? Would you be interested in reading a Black Cat comic?
dude, I don't read many comics, so I probably won't read this one.
Oh, I do try to read as much as I can, just because I feel it's I want to enjoy comics, but I also feel it's a responsibility, so I try to keep up the best I can. But um, I don't. I actually think I might enjoy that, especially if it was just fun, lighthearted. And it wasn't taking it seriously. Just she's a cat burglar that occasionally does the right thing. I mean, that's what she is, right? She's Catwoman. She's the exact same thing, actually. And oddly enough, I think I probably prefer Black Cat over Catwoman, although I know that's probably sacrilege to say. But because Catwoman only matters when she's with Batman, right? Batman is it's the connection between the two. Where Black Cat is a solo thing. She's her own thing, right? She doesn't have her Batman. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just thought it was a cute little article, and I wouldn't mind reading it actually. What do you guys think in the chat? Would you be interested in a Black Cat comic? Well, it's coming. Avoid male gaze. Avoid male gaze. No, gaze about all you like. This is a free gazing zone, Nick.
He's talking about what I said to Booster.
Yeah. I hope she claws her way to the top. Huh? God, man. This is what I have to deal with, you know? Anyway, simple, simple. Now, this right here is a little bit more interesting story, a little more in depth, and let's dive into this here. Dan Didio tells retailers that DC is cutting back their comics. Hmm? Let me read that again. Dan Didio tells retailers that DC is cutting back their comics. Well, what could that possibly mean? Dan Didio, publisher of DC Comics, has taken to the stump at Comics Pro, the comics retail advocacy group, meeting being held in Charlotte, North Carolina for the next few days. Okay, that's interesting. Not everybody made it in due to canceled flights, bad weather, and the like. Are you guys still having big snow over there?
No, not here. Not in Mass. We had a
Yeah.
50-degree day.
Oh, really? Well, North Carolina's having trouble. But they all turned out to hear what Didio had to say, did they now? We may get a fuller report later, but the headline is that DC Comics is cutting the number of titles they sell through the direct market of comic stores. Bleeding Cool has heard rumors dubbed the new 22. What? And Didio directly denied that number in his speech in Charlotte today. Okay. However, he did tell retailers that DC Comics would be cutting their publishing numbers back by a few further 10 to 15%, as that's what he believes the market can bear. He also believes that Diamond Comic distributors are distributing too many comic books to comic stores right now, diluting sales for individual issues across the board. He didn't mention Marvel Comics, but I'm told that seemed implicit. Well, Marvel's putting out just stupid numbers of books. Bleeding Cool has previously noted how different creators have fiefdoms within DC Comics, and it seems that Didio feels the same, wanting a greater connective tissue between comic books at DC Comics and wanting creators to work well together, possibly more than they are right now. He said he took full responsibility for Batman Damned #3 cancellation and resolicitation issue, saying he hadn't approved of the content artwork as it would be published, necessitating a further delay. What changes may have been made were not detailed. Now I know Batman Damned #1 had the Batwang in it, right? What
No, I
was?
had the bat prick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And did Batman Damned? Did people have trouble with that one?
I'm not sure.
I didn't think so, but it sounds like 3 has something going on. I do see over here, Booster says, Chester, have you seen the weird articles of Alita Battle Angel whinging about her sexy body? Yeah, I have. It's just dumb. I mean, because she starts off with a kid's body because the dude puts her on her head on her his the model he created for his dead daughter. And later she gets a combat unit body, which is more adult. And it's like, shut up. I mean, it's an anime. It's a manga. They're basing it on the manga. And if she's a sexy girl, of course she's a sexy girl. It's Japan. Who cares? They can win. They whinge about anything they can think of. They are whinge. at the core. Didio acknowledges unrest regarding the comic industry right now, but asks comic book retailers not to share their complaints about DC Comics. Really? Or others with their customers? Really? Why wouldn't they, dude? Rather to hold themselves to a higher standard than the fans. What? No, Didio, did he really say this? To hold yourself to a higher standard than the fans. Can this guy not stop backhanding us? Unbelievable. Um,
Right.
but he stated that DC Comics have better comic books than their rivals because they pay their power talent higher page rates than Marvel, which is true. I know there has been some disquiet about that as well of late. Looks like Didio is doubling down. So, who are their power talents? More as we hear it. And now we do have a couple of tweets here. Ryan Higgins. Who's Ryan Higgins? Anybody know? No clue. All right, good.
Mm.
Being told that the BC article about DC is mostly spin and speculation and some flat out lies. Okay. Chris Aaron says ditto. He agrees. All right. Like other sites, I'd heard the rumors that DC publisher Dan Didio was considering cutting the DC line to between 20 and 30 titles. A number would send retailers reeling. Well, now, hold on a second. Here's Didio, of course, and he's his communist plot to take over the world, I guess. But the, the thing about it is, though, if if they do cut that kind of number, if they go to that kind of number, is that a bad thing, you think?
No, not necessarily. I mean, you're not going to get rid of the cream, right?
Right.
So are those other things insignificant? You know, there
Well,
might. I mean, obviously every book has readers, but you know,
true.
is it going to get rid of anything that's worthwhile? I don't think so.
Well, keep in mind that there was a little very subtle point made in that quote. Uh, cutting down the number to what is going to direct sales retailers, right? It didn't necessarily say all books are being cut, just what they're sending to the retailers, to the stores, is what that quote said, right? So maybe they're going to go more digital. I mean, I'm just trying to read between the lines. I have no clue, but
Hmm.
I would think they were they're looking into a different distribution system,
maybe,
Hmm.
yeah.
and because digital doesn't sell
No, it
as
doesn't.
well
Yeah.
as print, it's been proven.
Yeah, it's
And
weird, but you think it would, especially with these amazing devices we have. But Nick W says 22 comics, all wrote by Bendis. Oh my God. That would be a nightmare scenario, dude.
Can you imagine though if you took some of the best people and said, okay, we're going to do this book, but it's going to be a crowdfunded book, whether it's Superman, Batman, or whatever, it doesn't really matter.
You
But if
think
you
they
took
might
the absolute best to
you
do
think they
that,
might dip their toe in there to make a
I
statement?
wonder. I wonder.
I
Just to
I
see.
well, there's a psychological attack approach to this. The high quality creators, so to speak, will most likely not jump into the crowdfunding because it will diminish their brand of what they have established. I've talked to a couple of movie directors. Similar scenario. They will not go to crowdfunding to get their movies funded because it will diminish their brand. They don't look at crowdfunding as an A tier opportunity.
I agree.
Oh goodness, here he is. You decided to get
I got
your
I
stamina
got
back.
bored.
You got
Yeah,
bored. Oh, thank you.
yeah,
Thank you
I
for
got
telling
bored
me I'm
listening to you guys,
boring.
so I thought I'd come on here
Oh, goodness gracious. The
so I
love,
can come
man.
and heckle yous. How's that sound?
It sounds good. I'm actually sitting here on Indicron trying to find the totals. He took them off the page. I have to go talk to Pixel and tell him to put them back because we had complete totals of all monies that's been brought in. I know it's around 3 million, right? But I'm, if DC were to make that kind of move for because obviously there's no way they're not noticing. I'm not talking about the mean nasties, just the normal people. They must be noticing the success they're having over here, in the Indiegogo space. And if DC came down and put a big title as a crowdfunder, simply to silence the noise that is Comicsgate. Do you think they would make a move? Diddy would make a move like that?
I think it's inevitable.
Do you really think these people care about catering to us and not just stirring the pot further for extra controversy? Really, the comic book industry has learned that how they can push sales is to create controversy ever since the death of Superman and use attention. Comicsgate gets them that. If they cater to us, we'll all settle down and no one will be looking at comics anymore. People are looking at comics. I don't think it's making sales, but it's getting the news attention they desperately want.
It is. I saw her just the other day. I was watching some Tucker Carlson. I like Tucker, and my wife likes him too. And he mentioned a comic book offhand somewhere. So even mainstream news is. I'm talking about comic books right now.
I love Tucker Carlson. He makes the most hilarious facial expressions every time someone's talking crap to his face. He's so naturally funny.
Yeah, he's a little out of place over at Fox because, I mean, people complain about CNN a lot, which they have right to do because CNN is so full of shit, right? Ding ding.
Yeah, ding ding.
But to be honest, Fox is not any less so. They're just the right side of it.
Yeah,
I like Tucker
yeah, they
because
really
he's
are.
more. He really rides the middle lane a little bit more than everybody else over there. So I like Tucker. But my point being, actually, is I heard him talk about a comic book not too long ago, a few weeks ago. So it is in the mainstream, thinking, not a comic book movie, but an actual comic book. And we know as comic book lovers that there's a huge separation between the two. But let me see here. Adam AF says, Didio is such a jackass. If those quotes are true, his creators act no better than the Marvels do.
Chester.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate his Booster Gold avatar. I think we're gonna have to ban him on the channel.
No.
I'm kind of the Booster Gold guy around here, and he's really triggering me.
He is triggering
He's taking away my special status right now. Yeah.
But I'm not exactly sure how far I want to go down the nepotism road there, Booster.
What status? What are you talking about? Special status?
I'm a special boy, Todd.
Yeah, you're like Bendis.
Oh God. Okay.
Oh.
Now, dude, you just started war.
That was too low, Todd. That was too low, Todd. Compare me to Bendis. Bendis.
That was really mean. But I don't know. For me, the one triggering word in this was right here. This right here, this line right here is crazy. Didio acknowledged unrest regarding the comics industry right now. That's good. But asked comic book retailers not to share their complaints about DC Comics or others with their customers. Rather, to hold themselves to a higher standard than the fans. Really?
What?
Yeah, I know. It's just once again backhanded insults against your consumers, dude. What are you doing? It's so stupid. Stop this stuff, man. I think we should take this quote and put it on Twitter and make it as bold and put rainbows around it. Goodness gracious.
One day they won't. One day they'll realize this crap doesn't make sales. Maybe Bleeding Cool, because this is on Bleeding Cool, right? Do you think Dan DiDio actually said that? Do you think we can verify that statement? Because it does feel like something Rich Johnson would make up to stir the pot.
It's possible.
Get more attraction to his crappy website.
Rich Johnson he's been proven to be a straight
He's a liar.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he's a pathological liar. I wouldn't be surprised Dan Dio never said any of this. Now, I don't think he's the best guy, and I think he makes stupid decisions with his whole dark and gritty crap that he feels the need to do. Like, Heroes in Crisis screams of his invention, really. Just like Countdown to Final Crisis was, where he necessarily killed off a bunch of C-list characters that people do love. Yeah, but Dan DiDio is still a businessman, right?
Is he?
He's at the end of the day, I still think he makes some of these some of the decisions that probably helped DC.
Yeah, but he's the one that brought Bendis in. He's the one that corrupted Tom King. It's
okay.
Him,
obviously. Okay. Obviously, he thought Bendis was a good idea. Everyone else probably knew. No, get Bendis away. But
okay. Now, Nick W. says, Chester, have you watched the Captain Marvel trailer spoof Toon Sandwich? No, I haven't. Why don't you put the link in here and I'll go find it, dude.
Let's go find that.
But since we're talking about Captain Marvel, let's continue. Now, we knew this was coming, and we're going to see more and more of this, because what has happened, I think we talked about it a little bit in the beginning, but of course, what has happened here is that
Found it.
thank you, the reviewers are now have their NDA pulled, so they can go ahead and start talking about the movie. Now, if you go over to Rotten Tomatoes, which I suggest you never do, because Rotten Tomatoes is not accurate at all, it's completely a shill
It is
media site,
poo.
right?
It is a
But
poo site. Yes.
you have a lot of positive reviews, but here's the thing: those reviews are very one word. Great, fun. Literally, they're not doing a review. Just it was wonderful. Yay, go girl. It's that kind of stuff, which tells me that you have nothing to say about the movie, right? Whereas we have other reviews coming out that are more actual review, like they're actually many sentences put together to give a cogent point, right? And in general, if you kind of take them all and find the middle average, which basically the review is meh. So it's not bad, it's not good, it's kind of dead in the middle. And that's kind of what we expected out of it, to be honest with you. It's kind of like Solo. Actually, for me, Solo was a little bit below average, but I get the people think it's an average movie. I get that. So it looks like Captain Marvel's going to be kind of Solo-like,
Hmm.
which isn't
We've
horrible. Could be worse, right?
we have heard some what is a pre-screening test that are absolutely singing its bloody praises. You know how
Yeah.
reactions like that in the pre-screening? Batman vs Superman and Justice League.
Yeah, well, the thing is, their praises are one-liners. They're not even a line. They're
Yeah.
like usually 2 or 3 words or one word, which says a lot. That says volumes, right? But if you look at the
Well,
actual reviews from people, they're more kind of it's a 5 movie, is what it sounds like.
well, technically speaking, they can't talk about any details of the movie itself, the synopsis or whatnot. These any reviewer who just gives you a very basic, yeah, it's a great movie, go see it. Uh, those people are not real reviewers.
No, they're
They're
not.
they're 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 bought off. Multiple. They're bought off by the multiples by the
They
production
are.
company
They are.
to get the information into the mass media.
That's why I ignore those and go read the actual. Now, of course, they're not giving details of what happened in the movie, but they're giving their full actual, critical opinion. And like I said, if you average it all out, it seems to be pretty much just a meh. I mean, if you look at those actual reviews, but this article is something we have to expect that is going to come, right? We're going to get more and more of this, especially if it does less than stellar, which it sounds like it's probably not going to be. Used to be a time where you'd make 60 millions on an opening weekend, and the creators would be ecstatic. But now, unless they make 300 million, it's a failure because they spend so much money on the advertising and stuff. But nevertheless, of course, they're blaming us already. Because Captain Marvel has to deal with misogyny. This is a comic book story that someone created. It's not real. God. That they're counting that. I mean, God, it's so stupid. CBR, get it together, man. And then of course insulting women because they're women, sexism. Oh goodness, on and
I'm
on and
just terrified of powerful women, Chester.
on.
That's all it is.
Yep,
Oh, they scare me. Look at her. She looks like she's gonna tell my mum on me.
yep. She's so bad, but we'll see. I'm wondering if I'm actually gonna make myself watch it. I'm not gonna go pay money for it, but if it comes on Netflix, I think I will, because we've talked about this a lot. It's upcoming. I'm not gonna drive this into the ground anyway.
Yeah, fiddle dee. Being a pirate is all right with me.
But what I am going to do, oh damn it, see. All right, I gotta do that differently. Here, put that into the put that link because I can't directly get to it from here. I could do it on the other side. Let me do it on the other side. Hold on. I'll do it over here. All right, and I will bring it over this way. I'm just taking that link and going to drop it over on the other side so we can watch it together. Oh goodness! So Captain Marvel trailer spoof. Well, it's a long one. Maybe can't watch the whole thing. But anyway, immature audiences. Nice. All right. All right, here we go. I got it, and I'm going to bring it over to the other side, guys. Let me drop it. And here we go.
This better not be poo, Nick W.
Yeah, I know. Let me come back
Bloody
over
hell, it's 4
here.
minutes.
All right, here. Yeah, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. Let me turn this on here. All right, let's watch a little bit. Let's check it out. Let's see what it says here. Ooh, it's loud. Let me turn it down some.
Scrolls are the bad guys.
I see no one gives up their seat for a Cree anymore. Aha! False teeth. I knew it.
And you Cree are the good guys.
Obviously.
See, because I got told the opposite by a scroll. And from what I just saw on that train, I am inclined to agree with him.
Look, when your taxes are lower next year because of one less penny-pinching pensioner.
Oh, this is great stuff.
You do know she didn't die.
What? Turn the car.
Turn the car around. By the way, I saw the trailer here in Japan, and the Captain Marvel trailer in Japan was actually pretty good. Didn't have any of the nonsense in it. And in the trailer in Japan, the old lady attacks her first, by the way. It's interesting, huh? I see Cat's in here. Hello, Cat. But anyway.
Around.
Cat the amazing artist.
Find that old bag.
Yeah, so I'm just too convinced.
Your life began the day it nearly ended.
Oh, last time I ink and fly.
We made you one of us. So you could live longer, stronger, superior.
Pretty sure I was already superior. To most, if not all. All you did was give me a bad hairstyle.
Oh my.
Gee.
Although considering the
no.
hair you gave yourself, it could have been worse. I keep having these memories.
Her eyes twisted.
I was
funny.
awesome then, and I'm awesome now.
Wait, what's that mean? Carol, what does that mean?
Something in my past is the key to all of this.
How do you know?
Well, who else's past would contain the key? Yours? Please. Your past probably has less keys than a homeless Eskimo.
Whoa.
Greatest generation, my ass! Help me!
You know how to fly this thing?
Why? Thought this was a submarine.
That is a no.
Don't open the door, you idiot. We'll flood.
Would you like to know
Oh no.
what you really
Boss.
are?
I know what you really are. Really ugly.
I was People Magazine's sexiest scroll alive in '09.
Awesome.
I think I had a life here. Unlike you, Mr. Nowhere Better to Be Than an Old Filing Room.
I'm only here because of you.
Don't ever forget it, loser.
Jesus, man.
You've come a long
How's your father,
way.
Chester? Is that true
You're
that
not as
movie
strong
theater
as you
audiences in
think.
Japan are totally silent? Yes, they are.
See, you're not even fighting back. I would beg your forgiveness, but
Even during
you've already
comedies?
killed me.
Yeah, no, they don't make noise, dude.
It's just the beginning. We have multiple release dates scheduled.
I'm not gonna fight your
Even
war.
in X-rated theater?
We
I'm
don't
gonna
have
start
those
my
theaters.
own war. And it's gonna be for cool people
Yeah,
only, so
just don't know where to
clearly
find one.
you're not invited.
Maybe. I live in the countryside as well. I don't live in a
Enjoy
city.
the war. Sorry you have to die so early. Not let's war like it's 1999.
Captain Mean as hell.
Aren't you the cutest?
Oh, there
little
was some writing
thing?
underneath.
Aren't you cute?
Fury. It's a scroll cat.
A scroll cat. So what are you gonna do? Punch it?
No, you're gonna punch it.
I'm not punching this cat, Carol.
Well, we're not going anywhere until you do.
I can't punch a cat. Don't ask me to do that.
I'm not asking you. Punch the cat, Fury. Punch the cat or die.
I can't do that. Please don't make me do that.
Fury, punch the cat.
No.
Punch the cat, Fury.
No,
Punch the cat.
please.
Punch the cat in its little cat
no.
face, Fury.
I
Punch it.
won't do
Punch
it.
the
I
cat,
won't
Fury.
do
Punch the
it.
cat.
Why are you doing this?
Punch it. Punch it. Punch it.
Oh,
Punch the
no.
cat, Fury. Punch it.
Maybe it's not a scroll cat. Maybe you misidentified it. Maybe it's just a normal cat.
Out of my way, Moon.
Okay. They went with a very different angle on that,
It
didn't
would
they?
be marvelous.
Let me see here. Who's this from? This is from Art Spear Entertainment. Usually don't take things that are not official things. It's usually something from, literally from Sony or something like that. But thank you very much, Art Spear Entertainment, for letting us. You didn't let us, but thank you very much for letting us do that. So maybe we should go. Hi, Art Spear Entertainment, free advertisement. Hi. But that was funny.
I would rather watch that again than watch Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but they went with a very different angle on it, though, didn't they? They went with the just arrogant, biatch type of thing, which is we've been kind of playing on the point that she's kind of emotionless and sassy, but not the. They went a very different direction, but it makes sense now that I see it, huh? I get the troll.
Right.
Hmm. Anyway, tell us what you think about that over here in the chat, cat. Cat chat. Um, And let me see here. What did she say? Oh no, I'm sorry. You're responding to Kat. Okay. But anyway, we do talk about Captain Marvel quite a bit over here. Is any of you guys actually going to go watch the movie just for, the sake of it?
Not at the theater.
No. So you're going to wait for Netflix. I see. Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing.
Pirate.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right. Fine. You know, I've waited for a few things to come on Netflix, and I was forced to watch them by my wife, like Justice League. She came out, when do we watch Justice League? Because it sucks. When do we watch Justice League? Because it sucks. I kept telling her it sucked, right? And she'd be like, when do we watch Justice League? And I was like, fine. So we watched the Justice League. And we go through, and what do we find out? It sucked badly. I mean, worse than I thought, man. The only good thing in
Sometimes
that.
your first instinct is the best one, huh?
Yes, no, right, and then I had to go and watch Solo because I want to watch the Solo, and I want to say it sucks, and I want to watch the Solo, so I had to go watch Solo, and that was way worse than I thought it was going to be. I expected that to be an okay movie. That thing was horrible, man. I was shocked how bad that was actually. Anyway, so I always end up having to watch this tripe anyway because my wife wants to watch it, so I have no choice in the matter because, as we all know, happy wife, happy life.
This is why we need to beat woman.
No.
Is this guy making the ring the ring to end all rings, or what's he doing?
No, actually, let me come back over real quick, and so we can take a look at what he's doing real quick as we've been going.
The one ring to rule them all.
No, what he's doing is creating a gatekeeper's ring, dude. We are, of course, Tales from Beyond the Gate. We're thinking about maybe adding this as a stretch goal or into perks or something like that. But I think also
only if we all get one.
I think, well, first thing we want to do is have everybody have one, actually. I think it'd be kind of cool. A nice little gift for the creators, everybody involved in the project. But it is pretty cool. Yep. All right, let's come back over here and continue our news. Well, we know that. Now, this right here, I thought we'd take a moment to go through. This is Image Comics May 2019 solicitations. Excellent. Gorgo, Copra, and Saga. I don't know what those things mean, but let's go here. Now, Saga has been going on a long time now. Have any of you guys ever read Saga?
Oh, bloody hell! Is that still going now? Are they making a new one? It goes. Basically, Saga goes away for a few months, right, and then it comes back in again. Like goes on like a few month hiatus. I'm wondering if it's back up, but did I unsubscribe for that? I think I did.
It looks like
because it was getting a bit crap.
Well, it started out really good. This was a good thing in the beginning, and then it became super woke. This is the ultra woke book right now, right? But the little girl has grown up, the child. I mean, if you've read Saga, you know who she is. But it started out so good, man. It's really, really sad. Then they have Gogora. I have no clue what that is. Paradox Girl. Oh, Paradox. Okay, well, why did I thought that was Pen? Paradox Girl. First City. Okay. Savage Dragon. No, I don't need pornography.
Why'd you even say that? Why did you let that roll off your lips?
I don't know, dude. Because I'm thinking doing many things at the same time. That's why. Perth Comics says, Chester, when is your wife going to start respecting your opinion and superior knowledge of what sucks? I'd never, dude. Never. Never. It's just, it is what
as long as you get your sandwiches, you're good.
As long as I have the right to stand my ground and say no and then give up. That's what really needs to happen. Dude, none of this stuff looks interesting to me at all. Ascender. I think I read an Ascender book once. It's
the
Jeff
best
Lemire.
book coming out of Image right now.
Oh, it's all Jeff Lemire.
Eternity.
Oh, really? Yeah, Jeff Lemire. You're not reading... He's kind of a jerk. Now, let me see if they have what you're talking about here. Assassination. What was the one again? Say it again.
7 to Eternity.
7 to Eternity. Okay, I don't know what this is. She's gonna die. What is this? Lighter Root
Bitterroot.
Bitterroot.
Yeah.
Goodness. Okay, that's okay. I don't know what that is.
It looks great. Same for Brent. He's a good artist.
Cemetery Beach. No. Copra. Anybody know what Copra is? The art's kind of
No.
Copra round two. More art. There's a lot of Copra.
Potatoes in a gravy? You took the gravy from the meat and you cooked the potatoes?
I agree, George.
What is this? Curse something?
Sorry, guys.
Curse word? No, that's all right. Let's see. What do they? Oh, Die. Now this actually is a good comic book. I've read this one. This is fun. If you're a D&D fan, read this book. Die. It's wonderful. You'll get it and you'll love it. It's nostalgic and heartwarming. Even though it says heartbreaker, it's actually heartwarming. Yeah, I love this book. Let's see here. East of West. Now I've read these. If you guys read the East of West stuff, it's kind of like a sci-fi post-apocalyptic thing. I like it.
I know of it.
I've read most of it. I don't know this one. Ooh, that's kind of interesting art though.
Yeah, he's the guy that drew the Shadow and Batman series.
That's cool. I like this style. It's interesting. Evolution. Okay. Excellence. Excellent. His name is Excellence, and I actually had to redo a review on this, and yeah, no. Fair Lady. Okay. More Fair Lady. Cats. Farm.
She's not very fair. She's so dark.
Oh man. Okay. Copyright strike incoming, or whatever. Community strike, is that what they call it? What is this? Gasolina. Okay.
Why are you having trouble reading? Are you drunk?
No, it's just a little far. It's a little small on my screen is all. Okay. They do have a lot of things coming out. Hit Girl.
Wait, was that written by Kevin Smith?
Yes, it is Kevin Smith. Yeah.
Huh? How about that? I'm sure it'll still suck, but how about that?
Well, in between his crying bouts, he does actually do some things. Wow. It's kind of like the one I was looking at yesterday from Marvel. Just a ton of titles, right? I'm not seeing anything on what you had mentioned. Kick-Ass.
Wait, Izola's actually a good book. Go back a little bit. Izola? I know I tried to get you to... Yeah, I tried to get you to...
Yeah, no, you showed me the art was really interesting, yeah.
Huh. Very cartoonish, very...
The new Kick-Ass, because she's better than the old Kick-Ass.
Kick-Ass is a girl?
It's a black cop
black
lady who's like the
Excuse
most
me?
awesomeness.
Excuse me, Todd, a woman?
A woman? Yeah, whatever. They have such garbage-looking books.
Yeah, I know. Some of them are good. It's hit and miss with Image for sure. Well, it kind of seems that way with everybody these days. But I don't know. I'm very picky. I'm kind of a snob about art. It's quite obvious. But the simple fact is, people like different kind of styles, right? So throwing out different styles, I don't think it's a problem.
How about throw out a style where the person looks like they can actually draw, though? This isn't bad.
I was trying to be, diplomatic there, Todd.
If diplomatic.
Monstrous. I remember you showing me this. That artwork looked killer.
Dude, this is a beautiful art book, and it's now this is interesting. This is done by two ladies, right? The art and the writing, and this book is a feminine book, not a feminist book, right? And it's a very very well written, and the art is stunning. I like this book quite a bit, but it is a feminine book, not a feminist one, which is completely fine, of course. I liked it. If you haven't checked out Monstrous, you probably should.
That art is so cool.
Because I'm up to date, so this is a new one. I got to read this. Murder Falcon, Heavy Metal.
Oh yeah, that's book. Like the middle boys.
Yeah, come on now. Oblivion Song. I think I read one of these actually, and it was like horrible.
That's a cool title, Oblivion Song.
It is. It is. Outer Darkness. Okay. Sweet. All right.
It looks like some Kel Arts crap, man.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's a lot of that. I'll post 0 here. I don't know. You guys in the chat, if you see something you want us to mention about, just go ahead and say so. James says Monstrous looks awesome. It is a good book. I like it. Yeah. Paradox Girl. No, what? I keep doing that. Oh, it is right. Paradox Girl. All right.
There's a
First
lot of art
cycle.
that reminds me.
Y'all catch that first cycle?
What?
And for
First
the
cycle.
subtitle?
Oh no.
Oh no.
She's a time
got a
traveler,
Superman
maybe.
cape?
Coloring book art.
Yeah, ain't that Superman logo copyrighted?
Maybe they got the right to do it. I don't know. Parody is allowed, I suppose. She looks like a time traveler who can have uses time traveling to create multiple versions of herself. Those can be interesting. It could be interesting.
Ooh, the things she could do to herself.
I think we're seeing it. She's braiding her own hair. See, it's awesome. She's looking up her own skirt. She's strangling herself. She's cooking for herself. She's loving herself. Oh my God, you're right, dude. Hold on, hold on a second. She's braiding her own hair. She's looking up her own skirt. She's strangling herself. She's fondling herself. Okay, hold on a second. Is this actually that, dude? Todd found something inadvertently.
Oh, incestual?
It seems self-masturbatory, I guess, would be the proper word. Wow, dude. Holy shit. I love that, dude. You found that completely by accident. You were just making a joke, but boom, there it is, man. Holy cow. Okay, we're definitely reading Paradox Girl now. That's a must read. Everyone put it on your
Absolutely.
list, write it
I'm
down.
I'm very excited to hear about her first cycle. Absolutely.
Oh my god. Port of Earth is not bad. Have you guys read that?
Mm-mm.
This is with
Nope.
Top Cow. It's yeah, this isn't bad. This is a pretty good story actually. I like Port of Earth. You got maybe check that out.
What's
And
that about?
well, it's a post-apocalyptic kind of thing in the future. You got this. I don't want to talk about it. You're going to spoil this if you talk about it at all. But it's interesting. It is interesting and it's well written. The art's pretty cool too. I'd suggest checking it out. Port of Earth.
Okay.
I can't even read that. It's too small. Prince of Cats, ONGTP. Oh, fine.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Rat Queens. Now this one is a D&D story, but it's all female team. That's adventuring team, and they go out and they have adventures because women, you know. But actually, I did read a couple of these. They're horrible. But I had it. It's one of those. It's so bad. It's kind of good thing. You know what I mean? In almost. It's worth a. This is a pure fun comedy. It's not supposed to be, but it is. Let's see, the Redlands. Ooh, more. What did?
Whoa, what's going on?
Whoa. Oh, no. No!
Is that pudding?
No!
Blood, I would assume.
Pudding. No, that's pudding.
Okay, it's pudding.
Scott-
All right, fine.
Scott Snyder, stop!
It is Scott Snyder. Well, that's his
No, it's got
opinion,
a
though. He's
quote.
not the creator.
Oh,
This is
no.
Jordi Belair. The witches of Redlands find themselves divided and challenged by power that created them. Through chaos and blood, they will rebuild their coven and set in motion the ultimate revenge fantasy that ensures their true freedom from all beasts and killers. Yet they'll never escape each other. Collects.
Okay, that's not... Okay, I don't think that's supposed to be like a thing about periods. Don't worry, I looked it up. We're safe, boys.
Okay, we're kind of redneck. Oh no.
Oy.
Saga, the little girl. I like the picture of the little girl though.
That's
That
really
is
cute.
cool.
She's got
It
it
is cute. Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm so disappointed
Rumble.
with Saga. It was one of my favorite series for a wee while until it started getting weird around issue 40, I'd say.
Yeah, no, it was
With the
really good,
the
dude.
big abortion comic part.
Oh well,
with the
women's
poo
body,
monsters.
my body, my
Oh.
right, and all that kind of. They went
Yes.
completely woke, dude. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Liquid chocolate perf says, so thank you. I like the art style. Yeah, no, it's actually this is more fun than yesterday. Yesterday we went through the Marvel, and it was like literally pain-inducing because there was so much stuff. There's a lot of stuff here too, but at least this is more interesting. And that's sad, dude, that I just said that, but it's true. Marvel is painful to scroll through their comics. My God, this is Rumble, no clue. Get another. Oh, Savage Dragon, porn book,
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
extreme. I don't know what happened to Eric. Something happened to Eric Larson, right?
Yeah, that's what I was
That one
just about
hurt
to
him.
ask.
He's a big douchebag.
Yeah, but something happened to him, dude. He used to be kind of the cool, jokey, fun, jerk. But he's something happened to him. He's become extremely perverse and extremely hateful. I don't know. Something happened to Eric Larson, man. It's too bad. It's kind of sad. Yes, okay,
Oh,
wonderful.
thank you. Thank you, Eric Larson. Oh
Bald
my.
is beautiful. Thank you, Eric.
Oh.
So it seems Image has no problem with
Oh, what was
with
that?
pornographic books, huh?
That looks cute. What is that?
It doesn't have a name, dude.
It has a
That
Mike
Ringo?
cover.
What
That's
is,
weird.
I don't see the
what
name
is
anywhere.
this?
I don't
That
know.
looks adorable. I want to see that pupper in space. I want it to not die as well.
Section 0. It's an interesting art piece, though. What's this? Self-made. Oh, I did a review on this. This is horrible book. This is real.
man.
It really sucks, actually.
That's a shame because that cover was piquing my interest. It looks incredible.
The interior art is good too. Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it's really poorly written. I mean, really poorly written. The story's fine. I mean, it does have a bit of the SJW touch to it, but I mean, most books do today. But that's not the problem. It's just really badly written. I mean, it's like it's not amateur. It's like childlike writing almost. I was shocked how badly this was written.
Yeah.
Which is too bad because actually, if it had a good writer on it, the story idea is kind of interesting. This is kind of like Sword Art Online. This is they're in this digital world and I think they get stuck. It's just like Sword Art Online if you've ever seen that.
Yeah, I know of it. Disgusting weeps.
The SJW hive mind has taken over. Adam says, "Yeah, well, the Sharky. I read Sharky #1, and the art is actually pretty good and fun. The story is well written. It's snarky." Okay. But it's not the kind of book I like to read, so it's not something I'm interested in, but it's a pretty solid book. If you like that kind of
dirty... Lobo, to be honest.
Did you go past 7 to Eternity?
Not yet. This is from Mark Millar, by the way, Sharky. And also, it is, for me, I kind of would explain this as being a mix between Turner and Hooch and Pulp Fiction.
What?
Yeah, dude, that just looks like Lobo to me.
No, it's not Lobo.
Like intergalactic space bounty guy? No? Alright.
Skyward. Skyward.
Oh, it looks very,
Snot Girl. Okay, hold on a second. Snot Girl. Really? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, she's Snot Girl.
No. Spawn.
Yes, deeply unattractive.
No one cares. No one cares, Spawn. Go away, Spawn. Old news, Spawn.
You went...
I have not passed it. I am paying attention. The Realm.
This is going in alphabetical order.
It is. It's not my fault. What do I have to do with that? And I didn't pass it. The Warning. The Wicked. Oh, this is a horrible SJW book. Don't touch this thing. Unnatural. Oh. This is a weird, creepy, furry book. It's a very creepy, furry book.
Oh, God. Well, is that a little pigtail? Oh, no! Why do they have that on their main site?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I didn't see 7 in Eternity, dude. I'll go back to the S's again. Maybe it's just not coming out right now.
An issue just came out this week. So I don't know what this...
I don't know, dude. I'll go back through it. Snark Girl,
you
of
should
course.
Check it.
Skyward. Sharky, we already talked about. Self-Made.
Yeah,
Section 0.
After Self-Made.
What if you hit Control F, Chester, and then search it? It'll be
No,
written.
no, it's probably not in this
It's
previews
not
or
here.
whatever this
Yeah,
is.
it's not here.
All right, you guys should all check out Seven to Eternity, though. Everyone.
Everybody, do it now.
Yeah, oh, I'd get right to it. I'm sure.
You know, I wouldn't steer people wrong. I read so little.
Hey man, you introduced me to Black Money Murders. I love that. It might be one of my favorite. I think that jumped into my top 5 easy, dude, all time. I love that book. I haven't checked out Long John Silver yet, but I need to because that art is crazy stunning, dude.
Yeah, it looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, really beautiful.
You can now get it. You can get it in, well, you can read it in 100 languages, but you can get it in English.
I don't read 100 languages, dude. I can read like 12.
Oh, okay, 99. Just
no,
stop.
Like 12.
12? That's all? Oh my God.
That's it. Sorry, dude. I can get by in other things a little bit, but especially the Latin languages, they're also similar. But I'm not really great with those. My problem with me is they're all ancient stuff, so it's not.
Did mean to get you started about your resume.
What resume? You're the one that said it, dude. Anyway. So let's come over here and check out what George is doing. George has been working on this. So how's it coming, George?
I think I put in the polish, fixed the facets, and you put your finger through this hole, and you smash a person's head with this facet.
Okay, well, let's watch ourselves with what holes we're putting things in, okay? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I gotta say this about Fanspeak. This is the most amazing show on the internet because we have the dumbest funny guy and the smartest serious guy on the planet doing the same show at the same time.
Hey, come on, Todd. Chester's not that dumb.
I know, man. I do my best, Todd. God,
I knew he was going to turn that into a joke.
Yeah. That's his job, dude. He gets paid to do that.
That's right.
I do. I get paid in Twitter followers and affection.
You sound like you have a cold, do you?
I do. Thank you for noticing.
I'm sorry. I won't pick on you the rest of the show.
So,
thank you.
How was yeah, go ahead.
Are we coming to the end of the show, by the way?
Yes, we are. We're at the very end right now. We're just going to pick on Booster for a couple minutes, and then we're done.
Oh, okay, because I want to make a mention to everybody here that John Malin is talking about Tales from Beyond the Gate right now.
Cool. Yes, as he should. He's on the project. You would think he
Absolutely.
would.
But he better be.
Yeah. But, I mean, to be fair, in this community, I really don't think there's anyone better than John for supporting everybody. I mean, he talks his game, he has his vulgar jokes and things like that, but John is really serious about the community, wants to see it become something, and he's awesome, John Malin. But
what show is he at? Oh, there he is.
And he's a workhorse too.
Who was on his show? Why ain't I on the show? What the fuck?
I don't know. You can be on a show, I'm sure. I know you guys go to. I know John was over on EVS the other day. You guys got to go over there too. Maybe I'll come along if I'm about. Unfortunately, when he's doing things, I'm either streaming or I am working. That's kind of the problem. I don't really have the time to do what I'm doing because I'm when I'm not doing the YouTube stuff, I'm literally have a business to deal with, right? So it's too bad, but that's all right. You guys have been handling it pretty good. And but we're going to get on more sites and keep talking about Tales from Beyond the Gate, of course. Thanks for that news, George. I like the way this ring is looking, though. What do you think, Booster?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. All right.
Can I do a Green Lantern thing to it?
You can make up any kind of expression
In
you'd like.
brightest day and darkest night. How does it go? In brightest day and darkest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Yes. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
Yes.
Why don't we do a Tales from Beyond version?
I will get right on that, George. I will create something that's absolutely inappropriate.
Brightest day, brightest night, all that stuff.
Everyone go over to John's and share his show if you can.
Mm-hmm.
We are done here. So definitely go do that. I want to
Yeah.
say thank you to everyone I may have missed. Let's see. We have Bethany is in here. We have another James Puppet account. Thank you. We have Perth, of course, I mentioned earlier. Adam,
You're confusing James with
Joan.
Joshua.
No, is it? Am I? Maybe I am.
Yes.
We
Joshua
have
Hughes.
Jonah Arts in here. Hello, hello, hello. I think I mentioned Cat earlier. Thundero is in here. Um, yep. All right. Well, anyway, guys, thank you very much for coming over today and checking out the news we had to offer and just hanging out with us and talking comic books and such. This ring is looking real cool, George. So why don't you take a
Wait.
moment and tell people where they can find you, man?
Well, GeorgePeterGatsis.com. But regarding the ring, let's talk about Tales from Beyond the Gate and how people could get this ring if they support the project.
Yes, no. Well, we're looking at adding it to our project, Tales from Beyond the Gate. Of course, as you guys know, that's ongoing on Indiegogo, which you can find through Indicron, of course. And we're hoping that we get up to some stretch goals, and we're thinking about maybe throwing this in with a perk when we get to, possibly when we get to the sketchbook, having this as an additional perk because George can do it for a pretty fair price. And therefore, we'd like to add some little cool thing. What do you guys think? This is going to be a 3D printed ring with the project logo on it. What do you guys think? Is that cool? Is that something you'd like to see involved with the project? Maybe we could just make a perk
Mm-hmm.
tier for it.
It's lovely. I will propose my best girl with it.
You will what?
Yeah.
It means he's going to send one to Popefire and say, "I love you."
Hey, you shut your whole mouth, Chester. Thank
Put
you.
a slide out beer opener for you.
Oh, hold up, Perth is acting quickly over there. Okay, okay, here you go, Perth. This is your moment to shine, dude. I'm going to do it in the good voice too. Here we go. In brightest day, in blackest night, no SJW shall escape my sight. Let those who worship KK's might beware my power, gatekeeper's light. Oh, not bad, man.
Excellent. That was beautiful. Thank you.
Very nice, very nice. You should put that on a wall, like print it up real pretty.
Yeah. Namaste.
Namaste. Yeah. Okay, guys. So Todd, you want to give your links out to people?
Sure. You can find me at Ignition Get Tuned In on YouTube. You can also find me at Maroney Todd at Twitter. And my name is Todd Maroney. You can find me pretty much everywhere else by the back. Tales from Beyond the Gate. I have 22 pages in it. You guys have seen some of my work. I'm going to be working on Graveyard Shift 2. And after these two things, on Tales and Graveyard Shift, I'll be working with Mike Barron on called Florida Man. So,
oh yeah, that's right. That's cool, dude. That is
yeah,
cool.
I hope you guys are back in this project because there's a lot of good artwork in it.
There
And
is.
this girl, Cat, is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Cat is good. Yeah, we got a lot of people. We got Manny. We got John Dillard. I mean, come on. Well, we got Todd here, an absolutely amazing artist. We even might even have Booster.
Who does this John Dillard guy keep hearing about?
He's a pretty good artist. And of course, we also have Kevin Stewart. We have Eric Weathers. I mean, more killer artists. For 150 plus pages, man, for $30, I mean, come on, that's an incredible deal, and you're supporting community because this is like the first, Indiegogo revival or indie revival book. It has everybody in the community involved, so that has that aspect too. But we hope you guys go and support that. Nevertheless, guys, go over and check out wherever Booster's YouTube is because he has no content, but he wants to get 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
And he's getting close.
Yeah,
He's
do
got
that.
what, 2?
What?
I mean,
82, Chester.
82. Oh wow.
Yeah. 83.
83.
Bloody
Not a
hell!
stitch
I'm huge.
I wouldn't say that. Hobbits, bald hobbits are not. We don't use the word huge, but
I'm pretty big for a hobbit.
it's true. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you very much. I got to get out of here and go set up the show for the fan edition Drone Recorder, which will be on in exactly 46 minutes. Hope you guys come over and join us for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Other than that, a little bit of today's Namaste wisdom. Todd, we'll let you do it today. Give us some namaste moment, please.
Oh my lord! I can't believe you're asking me. All right, so here it is.
Okay.
Don't let your perceptions change anything. Really look into something, dig in, and check it out, because sometimes what you hear isn't the truth. And so, uncover the truth.
That was gay, Todd. Namaste.
Yeah.
Shut up! This.
Okay. Later, guys.
Bye.